Surprise! Thank you for watching here on YouTube at Blooming Light or here at Bloomy Scribe. I do want to add an extension to the last message. So, yes, I am aware that there was a connection between the events. If you all have seen the previous video, the connection between the events that took place with Barnes and Nobles, with the man and the girl, that couple or friend couple, whatever it is, whatever they are, and what took place today at Parkdale Mall. Link. Chances are that the skinny broad that was with the skinny dude yesterday was there with a different wig on, was at the Parkdale Mall with a different wig on, okay? And basically following me as usual. And she could have been the one of them, because there were several people there, obviously. But when I said that the one that reports you is the one that is violating you, so it could have been the skinny broad that was with the skinny nigga at Barnes & Nobles. And here's why. There could have been a deal that was made, or cut a deal to where, and she could have been like, I'll try again. I'll try again, or I'll try to get her caught up, right? And now this couple, or like I said, siblings, couple, because I can't say for a fact what type of dynamic that was, but what you're looking at is a screenshot of a trash bag on my son's, hear it out, on my son. I have pictures of the trash bag that was on the grass area, okay? The first trash bag, this was many months ago, and I actually emailed Delta Manor through the official website, or should I say the official app that they use, with a picture of that. And I said, which is what I'll be using with the Sub Rosa, and I said that, you see, that's why they're stupid. I'm like, they're stupid. They're all stupid as far as I'm concerned. But in that email, which is documentation, in that email, I said, hey, well, I don't know what the rules are regarding, certain, and the way the grass and the land is set up on the side of Building 6 that he is on, the side that his patio is on, there's no reason, even, let's just say for shits and giggles, on a windy day, it's very slim to really no reason why heavy trash. Now, if it's light papers or lighter things, of course, soiled, balled up diaper, to just be random in that kind of space on the grass, definitely not so on my son's patio, okay? And the picture that you're looking at is a bag of a soiled diaper. Now, my son nor myself do not have anybody coming here that would have a kid and we would have disposed of their diaper on the patio, and maybe it fell over, or there's none of that. Okay, that was a sign, that was a signal. That might be the same skinny bitch that was with old skinny dude. Remember, I said that they are connected to Delta Manor. They may very well be the ones at 6206 5740 Northwest Parkway, Beaumont, Texas 77706. which is the noisemakers, just so happen. Okay, and look at, there's two. There's actually two. There's one. Hold up. There's one. Let me see something. There's actually two. There's one on the outside of his patio and one in the inside of his patio. I'm about to fry these motherfuckers good and plenty. If Delta Manor don't do nothing about it, I'm about to fry them good. Because if Delta Manor is involved, regional better change that smile into you better deal with this shit, motherfucker. If they themselves aren't involved. I'm taking documentation. See, it's a reason. There's a reason why sometimes we have to slow down to even gather more incriminating data. Because, see, remember I said earlier, and they're driving around now, all of a sudden, look, all of a sudden, it's activity. Quiet as a mouse as I came out here, not a car. I came on. They always walk into my traps every single time. Now, remember on the earlier video, I said that it was revenge because the collective is taking people out one by one. This happens the day after I did the video on old boy and old girl. And the irony is that she took her bony ass over to the mall with a new wig on, trying to look like me. Whoever the fuck the hoe is. Okay? Fucking, fucking knockoff ass, countrified, ghetto, wannabe ass. Anyway. So, and you know why I'm talking like that? Somebody's gonna say, dang, like why she had to go there? When that's not my vibe. I've always been like a type of kind person. Like I didn't like, cap on people and shit. Cause I know what that was like. I grew up being like teased and bullied and you know what I'm saying? So I knew, I just never was like that. I was always one that wanted to try to find something, you know, positive to highlight. Oh, you have nice hair or something. I was never really one to go like, uh, yeah, Queen of Swords. Because these are the individuals that's fucking with me. So yeah, I'm gonna talk trash about them. You damn straight. Because that's what they are. That is how they are behaving. Um, and I don't care if they're 18, 19, 20. They're obviously adult enough to have an apartment. Okay, so I don't give a fuck. So I don't care if it's if it ain't their baby, if it's they homegirl's baby, because these bitches and niggas be on that kind of trash. I'm aware of that too. Okay, so two, because I put both of they dumbasses on blast yesterday. You know what I'm saying, or the other day. Now, these are examples, and why am I sharing this? Once again, these are examples. If people are wondering, random folks out there in the universe that are not entangled with any of the shit, the ones of you that are, you know what the hell is going on, and YouTube is gonna have your bitch ass handled in due time. But to the individuals, and you don't know nothing about really this. Maybe you're a novice. Okay? Maybe your scope, the extent of the scope of understanding about certain things. Okay, you might just be on your novice. Okay? But in terms of RICO cases and what the courts are calling community organized harassment, under those definitions and some of those things that they are defining as what take place includes stuff like this. It includes, you know, harassment by residents, noise makers, intimidation tactics, exploitation of tutors. I'm gonna leave it right here. I'm taking a picture, I'm recording it, and I'm gonna leave it right here. And I'm going to email management. And if they that shit and say the bitch or the nigga said, oops, it just accidentally fell off the balcony. So two fell off the balcony. And when it fell, it just so happened to fall right at the, and fell at the same spots because the way they're placed. So I want a restraining order. See, I'm going to push this thing like that. I want their apartment. Yep. And when I say I want their apartment, I don't mean that I want to have it for me. I'm not saying that no, I want them done. Yep. Because how is that going to work when my son lives here and I have to be here for him? Apparently, there's mental illness that's not being looked at. Okay. I have already told these people, and I'm going to also let corrupt police know so that I can at least have it on file. Not that I'm entrusting them to shit or to do nothing, but it's still going to be there. Because this is harassment. This is stalking. This is a covert style of bullying. So, and they're the noisemaker, I want them evicted. Those are the terms. They have already disrespected my son and me. So apparently they don't care about their own livelihood. And they still doing spell work. So I'm a Friday ass in more ways than they can ever fucking imagine. So to you onlookers and people who are curious, educate yourself, please, just like I told security, that it'll serve him and his people to get educated if they're not already, to get educated about this type of shit. Because usually are the individuals that are the perpetrators in the first place. It's going to serve you people out there that are not involved. You have a responsibility. I'm about to make you feel real bad if you are actually not involved. If you are involved, well, your soul was checked out right along with the rest of the retards. So, fuck you and what you want. May you live the hell you deserve. May you live the hell you have partnered to create for targeted individuals. May you receive every in abundance. So, and look at it's like an empty water bottle over there. Anyway, it serves you people. You have a responsibility, law officials, law officers, responsibility beyond your friendships and family. You have a responsibility beyond your greed and thirst for money. You have a responsibility to not be shallow and surface. If you're gonna be in this fucking field, then you have a responsibility to educate your fucking self Back in the days when I was, and it may be different now, but in the olden days, when I was going to college and seeking profession and stuff like that, even upon completing, you get into the arena, you get into the field, you're working, then you would have to do continued education. You're already in the field, you already got your degree, you already, found your job, yada, yada. But in order to stay abreast and to stay knowledgeable about what's going on in the times that you're in, it wasn't going to serve that you went to college in 1970, bitch. Your old ass. You know what I'm saying? You didn't went to, I went to college, okay, and have you stayed abreast to shit, bitch? Because shit different. You outdated. You're limited. You're two-dimensional. And this thing, so you're easy to be controlled and manipulated because you're two-dimensional. You're flat. You can only see two dimensions. Which will be exploited and used against you, your own ignorance. Now, get educated and make it a priority. I don't care if you give homeless people snacks, tater chips, and a night on the couch. Congratulations. I'm glad you still have a fiber of your soul left intact. Not all abuse leaves a mark on a body. Wake up. Yourself about psychological abuse. Educate yourself about emotional abuse. Educate yourself. Read. Read something on these topics. It's great to care about, I'm an advocate. This is why I'm sick and happening with people like me. But we have greater sicknesses that's out here happening too, like children that's being, unfortunately abused and stuff. That makes me even more pissed. Because it's like, so you raggedy motherfuckers can't even go get that shit the fucking together. You're getting an alert every week on some fucking child abduction, trafficking, some weird shit. And these retards out here, they can't even. They got pedophiles loose up in neighborhoods as I speak. As I fucking speak. Pedophiles. Sickos who prey on disabled people. Trying to fuck them and shit. Disabled people so they can get their social security check and shit like that. Loose. And y'all just as cross-eyed and children of the corn motherfuckers. Don't know what the hell is going on. You want to worry about some rules and regulations? Think bigger. I'm sure that it's a rule that people aren't supposed to be disposing of their garbage on other people's units. I'm kind of sure, maybe that's not the verbiage that's used, but I'm almost certain that there's a rule pertaining to that. Now, I'm going to prove a point to you all. Does it matter in terms of what that's going to mean for me? No. They're doing this shit because they know it don't. But I'm still going to prove a point. Because when you deal with officers, law officers that want to tell you, contact us, and if something such and such happened, let us know. And when you hear that trash bag shit, when you hear that weak shit, and they do nothing, then they shouldn't be wondering why we do what we do. When you go to even the landlord or manager and you report such things and they do nothing, and then they wonder why we do what we do. So do not expect targeted individuals to have any confidence in any law official or even any leadership. Like I said, the system is narcissistic and it's built towards that. You and don't expect us to come to you so that you can have, we are not stupid people, so that you can go report, or if you turn out to be crooked or whatever, so that you can figure out how much. We're never going to give you everything we know, by the way. It's not going to happen. So stop trying to build trust nation that the targeted person may or may have, and how you all could strategize based on that. Stop trying. You will epically fail. It is going to blow up in your fucking face. Until we start seeing leadership and officials respond appropriately regarding the thing they're providing, we will not trust them and we will not disclose everything to them. So you might as well just zip that in the butt, nip that in the butt with the strategy, bitch, because it's not going to work. People can talk to me about civil rights. They can talk to me about it doesn't matter to me. Actually, when that happens and these people are trash and they up to shit, it's only further solidifies why I am what I am. I do what I do. Because if they're corrupt or they're whatever their thing is and they're trying to play, like I said, a bunch of lizards, snake motherfuckers, reptilians, walking around disguised as decent human beings. Walking around disguised as good old clean and wholesome, good clean wholesome Christians. Walking around disguised as patriarchs, patriotic, walking around disguised as philanthropists and civil rights advocates. You're not a fucking civil rights advocate if you're not a civil rights advocate for targeted populations, such as the aged and disabled, such as those that are uniquely different. And if you're smart as you acting like you are, then you are abreast on the government. Is involved, allied is going to get a problem. You hear me? Allied. Yeah. You involved? If you're involved, you're going to have a problem. I'm letting you know now. You too. You will have a problem. That you and your employees are working deals and favors for their raggedy trash bag friends and family. You're going to have a problem. And to every one of you in this state that play in my face, you are having a problem. I'm letting you know. You can smile at me and I'll play your game right along with you. I will smile at you. You can say polite niceties and I'll do the same. But I am letting you know I'm coming for you. And I'm coming for you 100% legally. And I also want to share this. Target individuals, if when people, this is the ignorance. This is why I say people are ignorant even when they're innocent. And how it ends up causing damage than good to targeted populations. So questioning the victim like they're the perpetrator. If they say something to you, like if you're afraid for your life, why are you out and about? If you're afraid for your life, why are you out and about? I'm going to say it again. If they ever say the phrase to you, if you're afraid for your life, why are you out and about? Chances are they may have been stalking you. They may be giving you Freudian slip. They may be one of the people that's watching you online, pretending to not watch you online. And they fucked around and said something that they heard you say or that their relative or friend told them you said. You know how sick that is? So basically, shaming the victim that they should be sitting in the house because they're afraid for their life. That they should live a shell of a life because they got sickos running rampant and nobody seems to believe them. No confidence. The judicial system. You don't question, you don't interrogate the targeted individual for living. Anybody out there seen the movie Enough? At some point, you decide that you have a right to live, which means you can't continue to run and you can't continue to hide because that's not living at all. That you have to eventually do something about it. Because how long are you going to be hiding in Timbuktu? How long are you going to be, going from one town to the other or just only going outside for bare, sheerly, merely existing, only coming out if you just absolutely fucking have to? That's robbery. And it also further perpetuates their ability to do the trashy shit that they're doing. That's why we have no confidence in any of you. If you're afraid, why would you be outside? Not even knowing the target population go through those seasons where they won't come outside. They do go through those seasons where they will not, do any of the things that they once took delight in. They just that's not living, and people still heap on abuse. So where are they actually safe at? Where is safe? If the shit is happening on the ground in which they reside or their people reside or that they have to spend majority of their time at. What about when that's not even safe? As we can see with these these bitches got kids and they need to be CPS to go get these bitches kids. They do. CPS needs to go and get these bitches kids, cold, straight up, because this is the kind of shit they own. They need to go put them ladies in a program somewhere and go get them kids and give them to somebody, hopefully in some. They need to, yeah, because these are diapers, so that means these are mothers. So that only unravels their dirty, soiled diapers. That only unravels even a bigger concern. Like instead of them trying to go and better themselves in a healthy way and be, deal with their own traumas and deal with, whatever they may have going on in life and becoming, not just trying to get famous and if they would spend time on trying to be a good person, a good mother, a healthy person, a healthy mother, and a good example. And you know what I'm saying? They on that kind of shit. CPS need to go get them kids. They don't need to be with these motherfuckers. And I don't care if they on the surface they appear to spoil these kids, because sometimes we're looking at the wrong things. It's shit like this. Like I said, the motherfuckers that's above my son's unit, I was told, I don't know if this is true or accurate or not, but I was told that they have a little boy that's autistic. A little boy. I'm going to say it again. I was told that they have a little boy that is autistic. And they signed up be a noisemaker, whatever that is, whatever the ins and outs is about that. You have, and it's a one bedroom because if it's directly above my son's, then that's the way these apartments are set up here, depending on where it's located. So the one that's above his is like his, which is a one bedroom. So bumping and thumping and doing at all hours of the night, that's you're a retarded bitch. Or retarded nigga or whoever you put on the clock to do it to take turns. All retarded. You have a fucking kid. Is the kid there? I don't know. I'm just simply saying that that's what I was told when I was speaking with management about these issues. So I'm going to ask her for their names because I'm going to list them. I want to list them on the sub rosa. I need their names. All you need two predicated acts. I have way more. You need two predicated acts per defendant. Okay? Per defendant. So, yeah. Predicated acts with these, with the stalking on top of the three dirty diapers on my son's balcony. So if management don't want to do anything about it, if the corrupt police officers in this town don't want to do anything about it, we'll just take it federal. Now, here's what's funny, fascinating to me. This is the most press. This is how badly these people want to be relevant too. Because again, like a tantruming 3-year-old, attention is attention, even when this is their pathetic attempts to be relevant. Pathetic attempts to be relevant. This is probably the most press they're going to ever have. It's sad. And very pathetic. Pathetic is leadership and authority. You ain't getting, listen, hear ye, Texas. Hear ye, Texas. Hear ye, United States of America. Hear ye, black market in Texas. Your whole ass ain't getting my or my son's organs, blood, nothing. Your people will go before that happens. Some of you made a deal with the widow, the black widows of my bloodline. Should I say kinfolk, relatives, those I grew up with. And some of you offered to these entities, in order to get the deals that you wanted, you had to be willing to sacrifice somebody in your family if you, with your assignment to agree to come for my son and me. Years, within 2 years of me and my son being in Texas, each of his landlords lost somebody. And I am inclined to believe that it's for one of 2 reasons, actually one of 3. They knew about, and with they are sacrificing to, or these cults, these covens. That was the deal. You have to sacrifice someone in your family and agree to do this and this and this and this to the target population, and we will do this and this and this for you. This is why they end up seeming to get promotions or money or luck or something. That's why they made a deal with the Black Widow and these covens, these cults. Even though they'll play like they mourned or whatever, no, some of them knew. Some of them, they sacrificed those said relatives. And they could have reasoned, because people are fascinating. In some cases, maybe they didn't even like that relative bitch, and it was like good riddance. And in other cases, they could have rationalized and reasoned, as these people made the proposition to them. Well, technically we don't die. They'll just transform. They'll just this and that. They won't feel like, they'll do all sorts of stuff to convince people that this foul shit that they finna do is okay. Or if they're old, they didn't live their life. They're sick anyway. They finna die anyway. They didn't live their life. They didn't live their life. You know what I'm saying? Just do them a solid. Relieve them of their burden. Relieve them of their burden. And this would do good. That's how good for the family. The stuff that you get for this will help out the family. And they would want this. Sitting there actually trying to fucking say that they would want their life picked off to help the family. Retards, yo. Okay, so it's either that they knew that was going to happen, and they made the deal. Okay, Or the second one is um, simply because they made a deal with these black, one of the, these black widows did shit to their family, or a curse, hit their family. And lastly, again, it was karmic ramification for them attempting to come for our lives. Okay? It's one of those three things, one of those three reasons as to why these people lose their family members. This all happened within under a 3-year period. Does it seem eerie to you yet? His first landlord lost his father. His second landlord lost her mother. What's going to happen to the third one, I wonder? Okay. Just putting it out there, Texas. Those of you that are on this program to torture me and my son and all that, you and your people are going to be tortured. I'm just letting you know. I'm just giving you the full 111. That's final. It's inevitable. It's already in motion. Everything that you all have built on this kind of sick shit is about to be eaten up like by the locusts. You're not finna get no fountain of youth. You who gave any bitch money for whatever that was, that's coming with another penalty. Just wait for it. Because maybe that's how she had a new wig, walking her bony ass like she the victim. Any of you out there who know anything about this, I highly recommend you better save yourself. If you care about your life, you care about your future, fucking save yourself. Because we not taking no prisoners, no retreat, no surrender. We gonna fry everybody. Minions, pawns, and the kings and queens in the chess game. And higher. If you're taking this as some kind of entertainment show, I hope that you are able to hold tightly to that resolve as you get fried. I hope that you are then able to be stoic and find it entertainment value. I hope that you're able to get some good humor and find it to be funny as we fry you. As you lose everything you have worked so hard for, as you lose everything that you stole. I hope it is good humor and good entertainment, and I hope you're able to be stoic then.